Alright, so this is part 4, the final part in my discussion of the ban list. And in this video, I will be talking about cards on the limited and semi-limited sections that I think Konami can move up to 3. I guess let's move on to obvious cards that are limited or semi-limited that we think are just obvious should go to 3.
Debris Dragon is at 2.
Yep.
Why is it at 2?
I have
that. 3. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but Card Trooper could probably be at 3.
Yep, agreed.
Soul Drain, we already talked about.
Yeah.
We say this a lot, but Neospacian Grand Mole, what's it doing at 1?
Yeah. Yep.
Book of Moon can go to 2 or 3. I don't think it's at all a big deal.
Yeah, Book of Moon.
If you're scared of something getting set, ban Eclipse. I don't know.
Eclipse is better generally.
Only sometimes. Here's me being biased. I think Hornet, Dragonfly, and for Insectors, Insector Hornet and Insector Dragonfly could probably come off. Dragonfly probably has to go to 2. But
I have Hornet to 3 and Dragonfly staying at 1. I don't have that as an obvious move, but I have that as a potential move.
Oh yeah, these are potential. I skipped over.
Oh, I'm still on the obvious stuff.
Okay, other obvious thing would probably be Mathematician. Can probably go back up to 3.
I don't have that as obvious just because Konami did it so recently.
What? Okay.
I think the Mathematician hit was stupid, and I think it should definitely go to 3.
It's because they were overhitting Shadalls. They were overcompensating for the fact that it's ridiculous with the Perform Age stuff, which they then hit.
Right. Yeah, and Mathematician is just a good generic card that helps a lot of rogue decks. I think those are all really obvious. In addition, I have Compulse. I think is an obvious for you.
Yeah, Compulse can go to 3. It's not a good card right now.
Yeah.
Even when it's a good card, like having 3 doesn't benefit you at all.
I played 1 for the longest time. And then I bumped it up to 2. I don't think I ever played 3. There's better traps.
Do you want to continue with main deck, or can I throw in my 2 extra deck cards that I think or at least 1?
I have 2 extra decks that I think are really obvious to 3, so we can go there.
Okay. Thousand Eyes Restrict.
Yeah.
I'm assuming is 1.
Yep.
The other one is probably just me being again biased to rogue decks, but Ritual Beast Ulti Hawk.
No, I agree.
What?
I agree. That's obvious.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Yeah. They're just like, it's degenerate play, but so is like Life Equalizer and Scout and all these things.
The thing with Kanahawk, Ulti Kanahawk, is like you only need 1. They just loop the same one.
Right. They only loop the same one, but it'd be nice to have it because if it gets warninged or striked, you have to like struggle it back into the extra deck to use it again.
Yeah. All you're doing by limiting it is making Strike just kill the deck, which is not.
Yeah, you're
fun.
making Strike an even better card.
Yeah. I think Ritual Beasts were not even close to being good enough to be.
But they got 8th at Nats in 2015.
Yeah, they were a good deck, but that was over a year ago when they were a good deck.
Right. And only good.
Right. They were never tier 1, which is weird for me hitting a deck that's not tier 1. That doesn't make sense to me.
It seems weird. And then I guess stuff that's less obvious, unless you have more things that are obvious that I missed.
That's it for obvious ones. Everything else, I think you can argue.
Yeah. Personal preference, and or less obvious. I don't think Mortal Talk is a problem at all. Anyone who argues differently probably has played in hat format, but I also played in hat format.
I don't want it, but I can see that. I can see it happening.
It could go to 2 or 3. Probably 2 is safer, I guess. I don't think it changes.
Konami would for sure put it to 2 first.
yeah, obviously. I'd like Dragonfly at 2, just because I like Insectors. But
I think Dragonfly's kind of broken still. I don't know. I hate Insectors. That's like one of my least favorite decks ever.
Okay. Magician, we said already.
Yeah, Wand of Magician.
Yeah. And then weird other cards that I think, I think probably don't have any business being at 1. These next 2 are Rekindling and Reinforcement of the Army.
Okay, so
Rekindling was only an issue when Soul Charge was at 3, and Lavables were making 2 or 3 Quasar a turn.
I disagree with Rekindling, but not Rhoda. So I think Rekindling is super broken and probably should be banned because not because like it needs to be banned. It's not relevant, but it's like if they ever print an archetype with 200 defense that's fire, rekindling is automatically broken.
I missed something else. Yeah, I guess it's true. Yeah, rekindling is automatically broken.
I don't know.
But like,
I don't like cards like
that. Okay. I can understand. But I don't think it is. They are scared of it. I guess Fire Fist, so maybe it's fine at 1.
I don't think it would
banned.
do anything at 3, but I think it's fine just leaving it at 1.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list of fires that are 200 attack. Yeah, probably 1's fine.
That's
so
a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
You can look at monster, fire,
monster, execute.
200 defense.
Yeah.
There's
but then
52.
Rhoda, like, why is Rhoda at 1?
Hazy Flames. Oh, you can do Heavy Knight. That thing's really good.
No, it's not.
Fire Kings. It's cool. I don't know if it's good.
Yeah.
Alright,
I believe that TCG name is Heavy Cavalry.
Spirit. Spirit was why I got hit, right? The Fire Fist Spirit.
No, I think it was because the Lavals were making Quasar. But maybe it is because Spirit.
No,
Lavals, they hit Spirit at the same time.
Lavals were making Quasar forever, and they weren't touching it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I ran into it too many times.
Dactytron, broken, Infernoids.
Busted. Yeah.
Oh, obviously you're going to be using it on the Brother of the Fire Fist Line Emperor.
Wait, I thought you meant. You mean Evil Tile Pluro.
Oh yes, that one. That one's
that
the
one.
problem.
And the Chirac card.
Yeah, this is the main problem with rekindling.
Yes.
And Boost Warrior.
Well, they summoned Boost Warrior with it, so maybe it is an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Then there's Rhoda.
Yeah, Rhoda I think is obvious. Like, why is this limited when Fossil Dig and Tenki aren't, like, I don't know, it's dumb.
Because you can search, there's the Monarch card.
That's a Monarch problem.
Warrior.
I know
what?
That's a Monarch problem, though.
It's true. Other than that, there's actually...
I have it up on my screen now. Fossil Dig. This card is better than Rhoda. Why is that at 3? Like,
really? Is Fossil Dig better than Rhoda, though?
It's straight up better. Level 6.
Okay, fair enough.
You can't argue.
It is.
The card pools are better, obviously, for Rhoda,
but you can search Photon Thrasher
and
Photon Crusher.
The ABC's Photon Thrasher.
Crusher's trash. Okay. Yeah. So then the other personal preference card, Rescue Rabbit. 2 or 3.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I like it, so I can play Dino Rabbit and not feel bad about myself.
Yeah, Dino Rabbit I think is fine, but you just test Rescue Rabbit into other things. Like, I think Pendulums would abuse it if it was at 3, probably.
Yeah. So maybe we missed Painful Decision about cards that should be banned. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, maybe. The Painful Decision.
Painful Decision isn't as good.
I think it's fine, but it's a good card.
Yeah. It is a good card.
I think it's like Rhoda level.
I want it.
It's slightly more powerful than Rhoda because it sends to the grave, which that's automatically good. Like, it sounds like it's a cross, but it's not.
Right. Well, but it's also vanillas, so maybe it's not. Well, I guess you can target a type to send.
I mean, even if it's a vanilla, they help somewhat in the grave. It opens up Norden and stuff like that.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, I'll go in with a few of my own since you've been doing a bunch.
Okay.
I think Dandelion would be fine at 3.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, would Synchro decks even really play it? I don't know if they would.
No, because it clogs most of the time. Because it's not optional.
Yeah. So yeah, plans have everything else back.
And they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because Dandelion's at 1. No, not at all. That's not why.
There's one I've seen lots of people mention, but I don't want it. Mostly personal bias. Infirmity Archfiend. I hate Infirmities.
I mean, yeah.
I want that deck to be dead forever.
I like Infirmities.
It could probably come back.
One of the decks I played when I just started, when I played on DM, Rift when I first started was and the Synchro Infernities, so it was pretty cool.
Okay. Well, those were, I was fine with that. Yeah. Exceed Infernities, they cost me a top once at a regional.
It only topped because it was the XYZ variant.
Yeah.
When Lavalval Chain and Archfiend were at 3.
Right.
And then at 1 Worlds, right?
Yeah, and Lavalval Chain is banned, Exiton is banned, and Soul Charge is limited. And those were all really important cards in the deck. It would probably be fine. I don't think it would do anything, but I'm salty still. And then another monster I think would be fine. Thunder King. I think that could go to 3. Like,
probably. I mean, it's like one of the best normal summons in the game. Level 4. Like, best standalone cards.
Right, but is that really going to be helping the meta decks, or is it going to be helping the rogue decks?
Rogue decks.
So then it's fine.
Yeah.
That's generally how I think, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Thunder King could come back. And then the last monster that's limited that I think could come back is Wisdom Eye. So I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of, this one's more borderline than the other ones we talked about.
Yeah.
I don't think the Magicians are really that powerful compared to the other Pendulum stuff, though.
Pendulum Call. And the only issue, like, Wisdom Eye being at more than 1 is you can use more than 1 in a turn.
Yeah.
So if you draw into a Wisdom Eye,
double Wisdom Eye is really strong.
But then, like, even if you're opening a Wisdom Eye at any other card that's access to a scale, it's the same thing as opening double Wisdom Eye. Just you have a rank 4 after.
Yeah.
So there's that.
And you can just throw them into your grave for Dragon Pit.
Yeah.
Not care about it.
I mean, when I've been playing Magicians more recently, when it's at 1, I try my best to keep it in hand always.
Yeah, me too.
By like looping it with Oath and stuff.
Yeah. When it was at 3, I used to add it to my hand with Oath and then pitch it for Dragon Pit.
Yeah. Like, when it was at 3, I just tossed it away because I was like, I have 2 more of these. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's borderline. There's no way Konami would ever do that because I just hit it. But I think all the other monsters that we've talked about that I could see them maybe doing. The least likely out of the other ones would be Thunder King and probably Mathematician because I just hit Mathematician.
Yeah. Well, it's not doing anything. It never did anything.
Yeah, I know, but...
I mean, it gave Shells a normal summon, that was it. Like, the last card that I have on my list is Emergency Teleport.
Do you want it to 3?
I would like it to 3. If they hit everything, if they hit Cosmos enough to where it won't matter.
Yeah.
If it's at 3, only because I would like to play Karakuri's again. But that's degenerate play, so maybe it should stay at 2.
I actually feel like Emergency Teleport is kind of ridiculous.
It's kind of what?
Ridiculous as a card. It's really powerful.
Only because the Quantums are out.
Yeah, well, the Quantum Engine is kind of it's too splashable. It shouldn't have made blue able to target itself. It should be able to target other blues, but not itself blue.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah. It should say except for this card. Yeah, because I don't want Quantum Splashed. I want my Quantums in my deck. After I splash them in windups.
Yeah. Do you have anything else on your list?
I actually have a lot of other stuff on my list.
Okay.
So I guess
sit here and listen then.
You can shoot me down on some of these if you want.
I will do so if I feel like it.
So continuing with the limited stuff, I have Gold Sark to 3. Because who plays Gold Sark? That's so slow.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you can toolbox the Banish Zone, but I don't think that's threatening or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's not much else to say on that. I think that's a remnant of the Dragon Rulers.
Yeah. So is Super Rejuve.
Right, but Super Rejuve has the potential to be kind of broken. I don't know.
Correct. Well, now because Blue Eye stuff is out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this and Blue Eyes would be kind of stupid.
Yep.
Not as stupid as Dragon Rulers, obviously. Though.
Correct.
And then I have a lot of traps that I think should move up because I think traps are too weak. So,
alright, shoot them off.
So these 3 go together. So, Bottomless to 2, Torrential to 2, Ring of Destruction to 3.
Yeah, Ring of Destruction didn't do anything.
Ring Destruction I feel like is weaker than Compulse generally, and
Yeah, because it destroys.
yeah, and I have Compulse as an obvious thing because most people agree that it should move up, and I actually think Konami will move up Compulse and Book sometime soon.
Yeah, I mean, whether it be this list or this could potentially just be like a video list and then there's a list after, but
Yeah, I think this will be a big list actually. Usually the
I hope
the
so.
one after Worlds is.
Yeah,
These the other ones I think are less likely to happen, Torrential and Bottomless. But I don't think they're like. I think they're fine. You know, they're traps. They're not that good.
right. Traps are just inherently slow,
Yeah.
and this is a fast format, so I mean, the traps being hit were from leftovers of Hat format,
Right.
as like Gold Sark is leftover of Dragon Lord format.
Yeah. Yeah. So you could argue that if you don't want more traps, but I feel like we're basically with what I'm proposing is I'm trading in strikes and card demise and getting more fair cards like Torrential and Bottomless.
Yeah, that seems I mean, that seems fair, because that's what it is.
Yeah. And then I think Wall of Revealing Light can go to 3. It's only on the list because of Life Equalizer, and I'm banning Life Equalizer.
Right.
So
if you ban Life Equalizer, then Wall can get what it doesn't even do anything.
It's just a way to pay life points. Literally, that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm just MFE it. If my opponent activates this card and Life Equalizer is banned.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
It's not a good card. It's literally just a way to pay lots of life points. But I don't think you would even use it anymore. You used to have to use it to get down that low, but then they came out with like Pseudospace. Actually, never mind.
Second game.
Banned, so. Okay, and then I have a bunch of semi-limited stuff that I think would go free. So this one, people would probably argue with me. I think Summoner Monk should go
I don't.
I think it's just if anything Monk summons is a problem, then ban whatever it summons. That's what I think.
Well, yeah. And you're also discarding spell cards, and right now that's like most spell cards are pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't want to discard them. Like it's like the only deck I can think of it's played in is Heroes.
Right. That's
they need
not a
some
problem.
It's probably fine at 3.
The Summoner Monk is like a problem like very occasionally, just because it's something it summons is a problem. This is actually on the list as a remnant of Rescue Cat, which is ridiculous. Like that was so long ago.
Well, like Time Seal has been on there forever, right?
Yeah, Time Seal is a remnant of
2004.
Mask of Darkness to Kiyomi. The next card I have is Dark Hold a 3 because Dark Pulse is not that good anymore.
Maybe.
I think Dark Hollow is a healthy card because it deals with like first turn spam boards that are so common.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
feel free to disagree with me.
Yeah, Dark Hole's fine. Maybe they put Regeki to 2 and then Dark Hole at 2.
What, have them both at 2?
What?
You
have
said
both at 2? Yeah, why not?
Because,
They apparently like number 2, so.
yeah, I guess. I just think. Also, the argument that Dark Hole should be at 3 before Regeki moves up at all. That a lot of people like to use.
I mean, it's the same card. You're using it to get rid of Monarchs.
Right, they are essentially the same exact thing. Like, I can't think of the last time I used Dark Hole and destroyed monsters. It just doesn't happen. You activate it first turn, so.
It's literally for you side. It's not even on your main deck card. You side it to get rid of your opponent's stuff so you can continue playing.
Right, yeah. I side deck this. I want to side deck 3. That's the ulterior motive.
You want to side deck 4 destruction cards?
Yeah, I want to side 3 Dark Holes and 1 Regeki.
But in theory, then you won't need it because all those cards will be destroyed.
Yeah. Well, I'll need it for ABCs.
And Blue Eyes.
Mostly ABCs.
Nah, don't worry about ABCs. They're bad.
Nah, this thing ABC, I need to Dark Hole this thing. Otherwise, it's going to be banishing my cards. During either player's turn, discard 1 card, target 1 card in the field, banish it.
I know what it does. I think it's great.
I'm reading that for the viewers who don't know.
Yeah. it's a pretty good card. The deck's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm dark holing that.
I wonder how they'll hit it in the OCG because that's all that's topping. Not
Yeah.
really, but it's a majority of tops.
How could you hit it? Either the fusion or the field spell, probably, right?
You'd have to hit the field spell only because the searching is unaffected by Ghost Ogre for some reason.
What,
I don't know.
seriously? What's
You
the
can't
field spell called?
Ghost Ogre it in the first effect.
What's it called though? The field spell.
Hang or something. Let me get my ABC deck out of here.
Okay.
It is called Union Hanger, but Hangar.
Oh, Hangar. That's why I didn't come up when I started.
Yeah.
Hanger. Because I know how to spell, unlike Konami.
Yeah, I know how to spell too.
When this card is activated, you can add 1 light for your deck. Why does then I stop by? That should stop Ghost Ogre. Oh no!
I can't.
Because when you're activating it, so it wouldn't stop that. Because you have to activate the second time to start with Ghost Ogre.
It's busted.
Oh wow, that's annoying. Well, yeah. So that deck might be good.
Yeah, of course it's good. Why do you think I'm playing the deck? Just kidding. That's a terrible argument for a deck.
Moving on. I think Allure can go to 3 because it's not doing anything.
But Cosmos get more draw cards. Ugh.
But we're hitting Cosmos.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
No, I said
it's a free draw, right?
I said we're hitting Cosmos though.
Oh, we're hitting. Yeah, in theory we hit Cosmos, but apparently it's a free draw because they're just like, well, I drew into Cosmo Town.
Yeah.
Now I can add back the card I banished.
It's probably too good in Cosmos, but in general, it's just like a trade-in or a Sacred Sword of 7 stars. It's not a card that's too good. And then I think Charge of Renegade can go to 3.
Probably.
It's like
I don't see Light Sworns as a problem. I don't see Inferno as a problem, which is what it's played in.
Right. I agree with both of those.
Unless they reprint Minerva, like now.
Yeah.
It's not an issue.
It might be too good with Minerva, but that's Minerva's fault.
Right. So they're not going to reprint Minerva. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, the soonest possible would probably be the next gold.
It'd be 2018.
18? Yeah, probably. Considering how long it took to get Giant Hand.
Right, because we got 2016.
They should stop printing relevant cards as prize cards. Like,
yes.
Most of them are not relevant, but Giant Hand and Minerva, those are like the 2 that were. Yeah, I don't think either of those should have been prize cards.
Yeah.
And then Dragon Shrine to 3. Or not Dragon Shrine. That is at 3. Dragon Ravine to 3.
I was like, Dragon Shrine, no. Maybe they should have Dragon Shrine, but I forgot about that already. That's Blue Eyes hit. Yeah, Dragon Ravine does.
Dragon Ravine, they don't even play it in Blue Eyes. It was a hit to Dragon Rulers.
Dragoonity.
Dragoonity is fair. They have
Dragoonity Rulers.
They have Crystal Wing, but
maybe if it was at 3 they'd play it, but I think they have so many better cards for discard outlets that they don't bother.
Yeah, this is something they would consider if that you hit their other cards that they're using right now. Ceasefire to 3, because
that's a card.
It's a burn card, but
by that logic, then Chain Strike can go to 3.
There are better burn cards than Ceasefire, though.
Correct.
Like Just Desserts is better.
Just Desserts is broken. Kappa. Yeah, the only I just alternate win conditions make me sad.
Yeah, I mean, I could leave it at 2 because burn. Who cares about burn? But Ceasefire, unlike Chain Strike, actually has applications. Like you can actually use it to flip up monsters. Like that's super niche, but it's a thing.
It's because you're biased and you want Subterrors to work.
So.
That's such a good argument. So.
I mean, this wouldn't even really work Subterrors though, because it doesn't activate Poker Dice. This is more like a counter to Subterrors, if anything. Which is, if anything, a reason why Konami would not do it.
They'll ban it.
Yeah.
Nobody will know why except us.
I think that's why Book of Moon has a chance of moving to 3 or 2 Subterrors.
Yep.
And then the last card, Ojama Trio, I think can go to 3. This is another card that's used in Burn, but Geometry actually does have like an application that's good, like citing it for like stuff like Burning Abyss or anything to plot the field.
Yeah, I was actually looking at it earlier when I was going through all my cards. I was like, huh, why is this at 2?
Yeah, it's Burn. You put monsters on their field and then burn them for more damage with Ceasefire and Justice Earths and Secret Barrel.
Right. It's just another burn card.
Yeah.
Just having that too, I guess, decreases the consistency.
I think it's kind of silly having all those burn cards at 0. Not at 0, at 2.
Right.
Because it's like having them at 3 almost.
Right. This means they can play more draw cards.
Yeah, mostly this section for me was, why are these cards at 2? They should be at 3 or at 1. That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
2 section. I guess that's it for me. You didn't have anything else, I don't think.
Nope, I had less cards than you did, but I think I may have talked a little slightly more than you did.
I don't know. Well, I kept asking you your opinion on the stuff I was talking about. So.
I have opinions about things, and you did ask about them, so not an inaccurate statement.
Yeah. So hopefully this wasn't too long for all of you as the viewers. There's lots of stuff I think that needs to be talked about and doesn't need to be talked about that I wanted to talk about.
Therefore needed.
Yes. So hopefully all of you guys enjoyed the video if you stuck it out this long. And if you did, be sure to check out some other stuff.